Hello and welcome back to Let Supreme Ghost Thief. It's been a little bit since my last video. I have a very busy time of the year and it probably won't change in the near future, but I don't have too many more missions really on my to playlist before the Black Parade, which hopefully comes out this year. Apparently is the latest news, is that it most likely will be out this year, which I think they've said for a while, but I think it's very, very close to being finished right now. So anyway, we're going to play Compulsory Egress by DirkBogan, and he has actually been added for quite some time now. He's been on the Black Parade team, and I think this was his first full mission release. I think he has one other team release and maybe one other mission, Ascend the Dim Valley, I believe, and I'm definitely going to check that one out because I really like this mission. It's especially for a first creation, it's great. Right up my alley. So let's go ahead and get going with this. This is from 2019, so it's fairly new, I guess. And let me read the briefing, or the info file first. It's not often I get such a good tip from idle gossip. For weeks I heard rumors that the rundown southern town of Navenvolk was awash with fears of an imminent crisis. I didn't pay them much attention until the Tribune confirmed that an evacuation had been announced. Not an easy choice, considering they built a new city hall there just a few months ago, replete with garish decor and the regional treasury. What a move that was. Meant as some initiative to revitalize the area. Since then, the borough has been beset by a flood of trendy nobility, trying to gobble up cheap urban real estate in a newly fashionable area. It's become a rat's nest of rich and poor. I overheard a family at the docks moaning that they were forced out of their hole in the wall for a few stacks of silver coins. Given its civic importance, the councilmen of Navenvolk have enlisted a mercenary force to defend the town once they clear out, under the command of the well-respected Captain Ricardo. I hear he is quite the hero, has the mind of a real strategist. Well, I guess that means they're expecting a siege. I'll have to find out more myself. The details have not been forthcoming. I'd better get going. Navenvolk is at least 2 days' travel, and I can't be the only rogue planning to make a killing from a town full of abandoned property. So there we have it. So the objectives are, you're camped out in an abandoned hovel near the south gate, but most buildings in the borough should also be vacant. Find out why Navenvolk was evacuated. The new location of City Hall is supposedly furnished with gaudy trinkets, financed by a splendid treasury. Its vault is begging to be ransacked. Anything left behind can't mean that much to whoever owned it. Steal 6,000 loot. Leave the murder to thugs and blackguards. It's risky and unprofessional. Don't kill anyone. No point hanging around once you've picked the place clean. Get back to the hovel and hightail it home. So this mission can almost be Supreme Ghosted. We have to take one bust, a first alert. We have to skip some loot for Supreme. For Ghost, you can get all the loot, get a perfect thief, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to skip loot so that we get a Supreme clean run as we can. So I think I should be able to limit it to only one first alert. So, let's see here. I don't think there's any purchase screen. No. Let's make a real save first. And a quick save. So this mission is very Thief 1-like, but it is a Thief 2 mission. So I'm not sure why that was, but what are we carrying? Nothing at all, except for lockpicks. We have water arrow, moss arrow. We have 3 rope arrows. We're not going to need more than that. And let's take a look at the map. So there are actually a couple of versions of this map. I'm using the one that is most color-coded, so that you can see the verticality of the streets. So this is where we start in this building. This is called Old Town Square. And it is a plaza with a fountain and just street levels here. And the next level up is the Lightan, and then the top level, which you most often can't get to, are the rooftops. This is a guardhouse, this is the city watch station, and this is a Hammerite building with 2 levels. This is the way into the northern parts of town, and this is where the majority of the mission will take place, in the streets at least. There's lots of buildings here, and it's a very non-linear map. You can take pretty much every way you want. There's also a sewer section that can access several of these buildings, especially on the east side. So these abbreviations, I think I know what most of them are. This is the stonemasons, this is the baker, the grocer. I'm not sure what SS stands for, some kind of servant maybe. Guards residence, this is affordable housing, these are apartments. And this is also another apartment building, I think, or maybe some more upper class. This is a guard castle, I think we can't get to that. And we can go north to get to the city hall. And the city hall, there are 3 floors, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go back and look at those maps a little bit when we get closer. So here you have the white is then the lowest level. Then you have this light tan part, which is the next level up. Then you have this part here, which I think is a little bit of a different color. Isn't that a little bit more orange looking? And then you have the lighter parts here, and then again the top, the rooftops, or this actually isn't a rooftop. So it goes up in tiers based on color, so hopefully that makes a little bit sense. Let's see. So in here all we really have is a loaf of bread, and there is a ladder here, and there is actually, if you can see, there is a ceiling panel here, but we can't go up there. We'll come down there a little bit later. Okay, so here's a note. Occupants of Navenvolk. The City Council has decided that the compulsory egress will be enforced on the 13th day of Wanamonat. Those of high class or wealthy estates will receive official escort ensuring their safe departure. Freeholders are advised to abandon their properties. A military detachment under Captain Ricardo will remain to defend the district. Those who refrain from emigrating, be they vagabond or commoner, may be conscripted to combat the crisis. Remain in the region at your peril. Alright. So an egress is just another word for almost like an exodus, or people leaving an area. So, this is a very vertical mission. If you haven't played it, I strongly suggest you do before you continue watching, but you can climb most of these, and it makes heavy use of new mantle. You can mantle pretty much anything. The guy you hear is a drunk guy up here. He doesn't alert us, and then there's a sleeping guard in this building here too. Let's see, we're gonna head in here. So in here you have a couple of broadheads, and there's a readable. City Watch log, rear gatehouse, 5th month, 5th day. Ingest of foreign peoples has decreased by 90% in 30 days. Reasonable to assume news of crisis has traveled beyond our border. So far, commercial business and trade has only reduced about 5%. 13th day. Barbican unit reassigned to escort duty for the household of Lord Martello. Guard duty to be fulfilled by a detachment under Captain Ricardo. Seems like whoever this Captain Ricardo is a pretty important figure. Can't go up here. Okay, so we want to head up here now. Plant there that you can travel up. Now there is a lantern guard up here, and then another guard, an archer too, that patrols. way now. Around here there is a gold goblet. Candlestick. And 2 plates. Yeah. If you want all the pickpockets, which I'm not going to do, then there are 2 archers here with pickpockets.
Hmm?
And this closest one here is very, very alert. You can get all the pickpockets actually for Supreme. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep the pickpockets to a minimum here. So I'm going to continue this way. Over here is a sleeping guard. It can be a little bit difficult to get down here because this roof tiles make a lot of noise. Okay, I did it. Good. Bottle of wine, a cucumber, but a gold plate is what we need. 195. You can actually continue here. Climb up there, but that ledge doesn't take you anywhere. I kind of wish it did. You can see that there is actually a window over there, but it's not openable. I really wish there was a way to enter that window from that ledge. I don't think there is. But that would have been cool, because we're going to get up there a little bit later. You can't go up to the top here, I think. We want to drop back down here. We can't do that without taking any damage. There we go. So a couple of goblets here, I think. Yep. And there's a bottle of wine too. Total 275. Nothing else here. Let me see if I can drop. Good. Okay, so here there's a corpse. And then this is then heading north, but there's nothing else open in this area. There is a readable here. Not for sale. I don't care what offers or incentives you have. This home has been in our family since the first wall was built. Okay, then I won't buy it from you. Let's head into the Hammerite Center now. Hammerite Recruitment Center. Established 798. Restoration financed for 836. That's the same note that we just... Okay, some little small chapel here. The candlestick, total 325. Kitchen, a couple of deer legs. Give thanks to the builder, for without him this lowly flesh would give no sustenance. Alright, and here's a fire arrow. Nothing in the sink. Some mini pieces of food. Some kind of library. And then here we have, this is a front door key, but that isn't necessary because we are inside already. So we're not going to pick up that unnecessarily. Let's see, we can, oh yeah, that's right. You can take these paper trays or files, whatever they are. Total 345. So sometimes a little bit sneaky when regular objects that are normally not loot is loot. I think it's better than to choose an object that isn't found naturally in Thief. I think these are normally in Thief too, aren't they? If not, my apologies. Okay, so we can get up here actually. Here's a rosary, so that's another example that usually is not worth anything, but here it is, 370. Rectory under private ownership. We have to head down here. We just came up for that piece of loot, really. Down here is a gold goblet just strewn on the floor. Then we have a hallway with a sleeping guard. 3 gold candlesticks, a hammer, 3 gold plates. Total 770. Bedroom with nothing of value except this readable. Brother Salus. While thy report of approaching devastation may be taken as ill omen, I prefer to consider it a blessing. The records show that the people of thy parish hath faltered in their belief. The scandalous departure of thy rector hardly helped matters. However, as the municipal government has submitted their injunction for our order to assist in this noble exodus, there will be ample opportunity to proselytize for the builder and his plan. Perhaps one might intimate that a crisis is an unsurprising reward for a faithless people. I trust thee to make the necessary arrangements. Master Forger Viadis. Okay. So some communication here within the Hammerite Order. Maybe some disagreements on whether to join in the leaving or not, or whether to assist it or not. Small shrine. If the builder wills it, your prayers shall be answered. So here there's a piece of loot behind this banner if you slash it. But we can take it through the banner, which is totally legal. That is a bottle of wine, total 820. And that's all there is in the Hammerite Center. Now there is an upper floor, but you have to get to that, the actual ledges here. So let's do that. Let's get into the city wash station and get a gold candlestick. No, a stack of gold coins rather. There's a sleeping guard. 2 gold goblets. Here is the drunk guy. We can take his bottle of wine. That does not count as a pickpocket, by the way. And then in here there's also 2 stacks of copper coins here. Let's see. Oi. Did not mean to do that. When ledges are... Did I take these? Yes. When ledges are so thin, you can't stop. Until you sort of... No. Oh, gosh! So if he sees us draw a weapon, then he will react. That's why I want to shoot this first before he sees me. I want to make sure we don't get spotted by those guys. Nope. Don't think we do. Over here are 2 moss arrows and a rope arrow. Move along here. You can actually find another rope arrow in this area. We don't need any of those. However, go down here. To a thief's hideout. Now in this footlocker here, I think there's a water arrow.
Thought I saw something.
Oh, we dropped down there. You didn't hear that. Can't read any of that, but 6 stack of gold coins. Now here, this door here only opens from the inside. And that is unfortunately an area that we can't actually get to for Supreme. But I'll explain that a lot later. Storage room. These 2 have a flash bomb and a moss arrow. Here's a slow fall potion. And then a diary. 14th Wanamonat. This, to me, this sounds German for some kind of month. I'm not sure if it is, but somebody would enlighten me on what that means, basically. Bloody hell, Gilpin was right. They actually herded every one of those fat nobles and snobby aristocrats out of the borough. Seems like most of them took their guards cause Captain Ricardo agreed to have his boys come in and protect. What a joke. I'm betting anything we don't manage to snatch anything we don't manage to snatch gets pocketed by these grunts. No bunch of taffers is that disciplined. Doesn't matter how prissy your uniform is. Let's see. So here we have some information, at least that there seems to be somebody who are guiding everybody out of the borough intentionally. Or at least other people are waiting, lying in wait for them to leave so that they can go in and rob things. That was also alluded to in the briefing. Here, you can go down back to the bedroom. We're not going to do that. We're instead going to head up here. We're gonna head back here, and we're gonna have to pick the lock on this door. We can't avoid that. There's no other way of getting into this building. Did I hear a first alert? Maybe when I jumped over here from that guy? I didn't hear the alert, but I heard something that I thought maybe was a settling remark. Maybe. Okay. Boarded up thing here. 2 doors that lead... You can't open any of these, right? There are some windows that you can open that doesn't look like openable windows, but... Okay, here's a statue. This is an empty building or apartment, by the way. Let's see, 1120. Pair of glasses, 1170. Nothing else of interest here. Purple vase. And another journal. 4th Ostermonat. Easter month or something? Maybe. I was never too keen on those Hamrites, but aren't they all about living plainly? The rector was living like a king. No wonder he had those metal doors installed. I thought I'd have to renovate the whole interior, but I might just touch up a few things instead. Guess I was judging this place by the grimy neighborhood it was in, or how damn cheap it was. So, a rector, I'm not familiar with that term. That must be a high position within the Hamrite order, like a cardinal or a high priest or something like that. I'm not sure. So here's the kitchen. So water arrow. Bottle of wine. Then there's an exit to a different location. Okay, go through here. This one can only be opened from the inside. Otherwise, we could have gone in here and not have to pick that lock. So to close this, we have to do this. It's okay, we don't need to go back there. So now we're right over the main entrance to the Hamrite Center, actually. So here we have a gold candlestick and a readable. 6th Wanamonat. The upper classes are becoming frenzied. They are likely to desert the borough, yet nobody can tell me what exactly they are so worried about. Their fears are nebulous and unspecific. I do not trust these men in high places. They incentivize the rich to buy property here. Now they insinuate some great threat that makes them want to leave again. Better to have left Navenvolk alone. Okay. Here we have another candlestick, total 1370. Okay, so here we can jump over there. This is the main entrance over here to the, you can't see it, but to the Hamrites. And way up here you can actually rope up as well. We're going to go up there much later by a different route, but you can do that. So we're going to head back, however. Here's a moss arrow. And this is some kind of a restaurant. There's a gold goblet and another gold goblet here. And then there are 3 bottles of wine. We'll be careful because these stained windows here, enemies can see through. You can't go any further in this building. Now we have to drop here. Let's see, I think we can do that. That way. So this is... You have walked the first path to salvation. Here's the door. Okay. So here is a gold goblet. This is an archer, and he has arrows. That counts as a pickpocket. You can't see it because they're embedded in the ground. So this is to Old Town Square. This is then the Bouncing Burrick. These readables here are the same, and we have read them already. Here is a dead guy with an arrow in it. And here you can actually mantle up the lamp and up there to get up to a grassy area. We're not going to go up this way. We'll get there later. The Burrowing Burrick, that's an inn. We're going to go there a little bit later. Or a restaurant. Here is a moss arrow. Up here we have a couple of patrollers that we got to be careful about. Here we go. We can wait here. We're going to grab this guy's purse, and then there's an archer that comes in here too with arrows. Here's an access to the sewers. We're going to go down to the sewers, but not by that way.
Beer over here. Going out.
Grab this, 16.95. Only a fool would leave their home, and only a knave would break into mine. So this building here is the SS building. So you can actually enter through a window on this northwest side. There's the archer, I think. No, that's another guard. He'll come back. Or go back left. There's the archer. We want to head in there. Grocery store. So here's that archer. Like I said, you can't get all the pickpockets actually for some breaks.
It's true at all what they said. Probably never was true. No, I just believed on like a tad. They're probably walking out.
Head in here. These doors are also dangerous because you can be spotted.
Not true at all. Nope.
There's a carrot, another carrot, an apple, and some fruit stuff.
Later.
There's a coin worth 5.
Taking a break.
Back room. Here's one more of those paper trays. Total 1720. And nothing else that we can do or read in here. That's one of the windows, I think, up there that you can... That one. So, some of those regular-looking windows you can actually fob open. It's kind of sneaky, but anyway. Here's a loaf of bread. Back here. 2 stacks of silver coins, another loaf of bread there. I'm pointing out the food items because as long as you play in Thief 2, or actually now in New Dark, all missions you can get healed by eating food. Let's head in here. In here you actually have something hidden. You have a key. Bakery delivery key. It's actually a key we're going to need. And then we can climb up here. Two stacks of copper coins. This is also one that you can open. And you can jump mantle up on the sign there and go into that window and that window. That's upstairs to the grocers. We're going to go in there a different route. And like I said, the SS building, we're also going to go in via a different route. We're going to go in this way, actually. See, in here, a bedroom. There's a very well hidden piece of loot. A rug behind the bed. Total 1784. Let's see, we actually forgot something. This cup here, I think, it looks like a mortar and pestle. Total 1814. So that's one of those loot items that doesn't really look like loot. Is there a water arrow in here? I don't think so. Here there is. This one. Somebody seems to have raided this place already.
What is that smell?
And I like this because this is the same setup for the fruits as is in the picture or photograph. Let's see. Over here. This is an area across from that window over there is where we were earlier. We dropped down in front of the main entrance. Here's a cucumber. We're going to drop back down to the streets now. There's a readable here. 24th of Ostermonat. That gormless rascal Evanth, trying to impugn the dignity of my fresh abode, spent half the night rattling on about the grime and the stench in the neighborhood and my home. 'Twas no revelation besides his ignorance of aesthetics. These furnishings are an apt hybrid of the current scene, a statement to the economic transition of the borough. Or so my broker claimed. Oh, fie, it does smell awful. Let's see. I think we can... Let's drop that down here. I think we can do that. He heard that. I didn't know where he was, but... There we go. Now we can go back here because we're going to head into the sewers. We need to do that by going into the burrowing barrack. So we've got to pick this lock. I thought originally that we didn't need to. But you can't go from the sewers into this establishment. You can only go the other way. We have a piano. Some food. Nothing in the box, but there's two cleverly hidden coins in front of it. 1824. No, 18. Yeah, 1824, and then there is a bottle of wine here. 1874. Let's see, we're gonna head down to the basement. Another bottle of wine, and this is the exit to the sewers then. I thought that this door could be opened from the outside, but it can't. But there's something else in here too. If we take this secret, secret of sorts. There's no secret counts in this mission. Here we have a ring. Should be able to push this back where it goes. There we go. That should be good. So we're not going to go back in here, so I want to close this door. Like that. 2024 is what we should have at this point. And here's a healing potion. Let's make it real safe. Alright, I love the sewers here because they connect three, four different places in the city. First we can take a look here. This takes us back to Old Town Square. Don't need to go here, but at least now you know it. Here's a water arrow. Other than that, a dead end. Let's continue here. There we go. This should take us up to the panel I showed you guys earlier. Oh, and here is a door you can open, but it's an empty room. Some bones, that's it. Let's see. Let's head this way first. Drop into this section, we can find a silver nugget. So this is an area where they have tried to expand, or maybe done some mining back in the day. So here we can actually head up to some kind of toilet hole, it looks like. We gotta shoot the wooden area. We'll leave that in there because we need to go back down. Can't open this furnace. Here's a water arrow. There's a woman in this house. She carries a sword or a dagger that we can take.
Oh, the air is getting so filthy lately.
There's a goblet. Take a dagger.
Who was that thing?
I didn't know if she stopped or what she did. Gold plate and then a cleverly hidden gold goblet behind the canisters up here. This is the boarded door that we saw outside. And then you can actually rope arrow up there too. So took down gold vase there. She goes back down. Here is a gold goblet, and this is the window that we could have entered from across the grocers. Go to this room and get an artifact. It's also behind here. 2 copper coin stacks, 2369. Nothing we can read. We want to wait for her to come back up now. Bunch of loot in this building, but nothing to read. So again, I don't know who this is, this woman. I think DirkBogan said that this has to do with, was it a servant house or something like that? Or maybe that was, because I checked the map that was attached to the walkthrough just to see what it was called, and I think it was called the servant's house. But no, I think the S stands for the stone. A stone building. So I don't think it refers to any kind of location. But yeah, we're gonna head back down to the sewers now. Difficult to grab a hold of ropes. That is, especially in this location. That's something that's a lot easier in dark mode. Okay, let's continue here. I'm not sure what all these X's are for. They're probably for areas that underground mob or the criminals are planning to meet. Something like that. Let's see. Can we head up here now? Yes, we can. Appears nothing of interest besides a statue. Total 2444. Here we can also open. And in here you have a flash bomb and a slow fall potion. And then a crumbled piece of paper. For the last time, I don't care how rare it's supposed to be. Nobody wants the bloody thing. Either you find someone to fob it off on, or it stays down here. You're lucky I don't dump it in the runoff. S. So I maybe assume that that's this. I don't know. Behind the banner here is another piece of loot that we can take. That is a golden nugget. That is definitely not what it's what the readable is referring to. 2544. Okay. Can't open this. Let's see here. We are now going to head up here. You can see there's already a rope arrow placed here for us. And then this was one of the last pieces of loot I found. Thanks to Fortuny for helping me out with a couple of pieces. A ring worth 100 total. 2644. Let's head up here. So we don't need to grab this rope again afterwards, obviously. There we go. Behind this door, very cleverly. So there was somebody there that heard the door. There's a water arrow. Okay. Oh. Looks like there's supposed to be a thief here. And that is weird. There's a thief that's supposed to be walking between that room and this room. Okay. Well, that makes it a lot easier for us because she's actually quite difficult to dodge. Here's an artifact. Total 2754. I'm very happy that that door already was open now. Because if it hadn't been, we would have had to take a first alert from her. Interesting. This is the front door. We are now, I believe, in this building? No. We're in a building underneath here. Let me show you, actually. We are now just northeast of the grocers. So we don't need to take that key. We don't need to leave here. We can just leave back through the...
Rocks are nice. Old blue rocks are the best. Better than brown rocks. Definitely gray rocks. Don't see many blue rocks around. No, rocks don't tell you.
Let's see here. That was pretty convenient, because that room, like I said, is pretty difficult. Set up here, and there's only one exit here. This takes us up into the guard's residence. Actually... we're not going to go here just yet. Because... we can go this way too. I don't think we need to go here, do we? No, we don't. But I want to show you this area. Here you have a water arrow. Can't go through here. Just a dead end anyway. Should come out to some kind of a janitor's room, it almost seems like. This actually takes you out all the way up here. So this is the door that takes you out to the area before the castle. And there is, let's see. There should be a readable here. Yeah, there's a book. Come now, what's the point of being bureaucratic? As far as I can tell, you are the only real authority on this matter. When was the last time any snooty officials poked their heads down in the sewers? There's really no need to report these incursions into public infrastructure, as you put it. To my mind, they allow both of us better access to less accessible areas. I've seen the squalid station they make you live in. Hopefully the material compensation I'm offering will soften these discomforts. S. So there's no material compensation that we can take, at least. Now you can climb up here, but there's nothing except for a very skinny access area to books. So we're not going to head this way. Let's see, I didn't mean to save it here. Now we can go this way, because we're going to actually head up to the surface again now. There's another water arrow.
Blue rocks are the best.
There's a guard. Moss arrow. This is the main entrance front door.
Even the gray rocks. Great.
And he carries, I think we're safe here. He carries a key to the front door that we do not need. And in this area is a candlestick. I think that's all there is in the kitchen. Yep.
Stand around. Good for the feet. Good armor. Okay, sword. I'd rather have my own room. Oh, guys
Here is a
snoring,
guard.
but it's alright.
Turns around occasionally.
Wish I had a sergeant's sword.
We need to take the bottle of wine in front of her and then just... I think we can do that like this, actually. We can also take 2 gold goblets, total 2904. We're gonna have to sneak into the next room.
What?
Don't know why I'm tapping so much here. It's the lower frame rate, I guess. I don't think there's any other enemies in this area. More in this building. And up here, 2 silver coin stacks. Actually, let me show you where this leads. This leads back out here to a ledge. It takes you just southeast to that other sewer exit. This takes you into closet of another building, which is actually this. What does HA stand for? H stands for house, at least. Heller House, is that what it is? I think maybe it's something like that. But we can leave through a roof window or some shutters. Now we get to a little courtyard up above. And here we're safe. We have gold plate. We have a regular plate there. And we also have a, I think there's a nugget in here. Yeah. Gold nugget total 3088. Now we can come back into this area. So that's the building that I showed you. You could get into through that little closet. Here's a gold candlestick. Hall House, it's called. There we go. You're out of your mind, Varlin. The Sir honors us more than most by letting us this hall. Lending us this hall? Maybe you can say letting us. How many retainers are so lucky? I've seen city folk sleeping in dingy lofts and butteries, and still you plan to oust him? His hearth is better than the street. Put the key back, I implore you. Okay, so maybe we can find a key somewhere. Let's head upstairs first. I just love the design. It's just so a little bit abstract, but it makes sense in old cities for, you know, buildings to be modified and renovated and added onto with different types of stone material. You know, some people might say that it looks incoherent, but I think it makes sense in an old city. Okay, in here there are 2 copper coin stacks. There is a arm hanging from the ceiling, and then there is an attic you can see. So we got to find a way up there, and that we can do right here. Let's see, in these 2 you have a slow fall potion and a healing potion. Then back here there is a key also. A cellar door key. And that we are going to need. most of the keys that you use in this mission is disappears once you've used it. That is sometimes common in missions where a key is only operating one door. So when you've unlocked that door, you will never need that key again. So if the author has put it to disappear, then obviously you don't need to return it for Supreme. Okay, let's head in here. Take 2 plates and 2 goblets, total 31.98. And in this bedroom, don't think we can read that. Green vase, nothing else back here. 32.48. This is that little closet access. Head to the library and take a plate. Nothing else. Wish there was some kind of controller in this house. This is a pickable, no, not a pickable, but it's a locked door, and that we can use the cellar door on, but we're not gonna do that just yet. Alright, and here's some fruits, and here's a key, that's the front door key. We're gonna take this, and that's it. I'm gonna use the cellar door on this. Okay. Wow. Let not my kindness be mistaken for weakness. Okay, so this is probably the guy that had the key, and he didn't return it, and was caught, and has then been paying the price down here, I guess. We'll take his purse, 33.17. That was worth 9, of all things. Now we're going to head all the way back upstairs. Let's see, let me show you guys something. Or we're actually going to... Let me make a real save. Oh, no, 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 no. What is going on with this pathfinding here? Of these guys. Well, I don't know if we can do that with this guy. We probably can, because we don't need to go past that point at all. I didn't see any guards stuck.
Rocks are nice. Blue rocks are the best. Brown rocks, definitely great rocks. See many.
Hey, someone back there? Maybe it was rats. Rats would be a bit of meat now and then.
Okay, I was going to jump over here. But I don't think that's possible now. Well, let me at least show you this. I'm pretty sure you can't make it up here without a speed potion or exploits. If you use neither, let me know how. Enjoy the view. Edit. Turns out it's well easy to get up here. Rope arrows, diagonal jumps, you name it. Oh well, at least you found it. And here is, I don't know how many people actually found this.
I've seen some taffers skulking around in here.
But under here, there is a slow fall potion so you can drop back down. Oh. Okay. Is that person supposed to be there? Let's see. Okay, good, good, good. So now it was, it got unstuck on a... She got unstuck there, that's good. Okay. Then we can do what I was meaning to do. Which is not that. I wanted to jump over here and climb over that to go to that pipe. Because walking along the streets there with those patrollers is not desirable. And I didn't want to have to take the key to leave through one of those front doors. Let's see if I can drop. Should be able to drop onto that pipe. It's maybe not a very clean way of doing it, but... let's leave that open for now. So we're going to go back out there. Okay, this is actually upstairs of the grocers. I don't think there's anything down here, actually. But this is the window you can open to get straight out there. And this one, I don't know if there's a key for this door, is there? That just leads straight out to the streets, but... anyway. Let's see. Let's get up into the attic this way. There's a candlestick, and then we can drop back down. That's all there was in here.
Hello? Who'd I hear that?
We're gonna drop down now, actually. Oh, she has an issue with her pathfinding, that is for sure. Okay. Here is a mouse arrow. Okay, am I safe here? I'm not sure. I am. That's weird. Okay. Did we close that thing?
Hey! What are you?
No, we did not.
Stay right where you are!
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and close that then. Okay, well that I can do a slightly different way. Here's the delivery entrance. 3 spice bags. You can't close this door, so you have the key disappear. So now we come back out here. I'm actually going to go back this way then. That's the way to do it. A little bit of a detour, but that's okay. There we go. Now we at least closed everything, right? A lot of fiddling just for one. One panel. Okay, so now we have essentially covered the entire eastern part, not affordable housing, which is this, but everything else here on the eastern side, and all this southern section. So this section that we're in right now is this orangey looking area. There's no guards here. There are some staircases around, but you can't easily access the very top layer from here. Well, we are going to, but a little bit later. So we should have 3487. Yes, that's correct. You can get spotted by some guards up top here. Look at the detail here. That's great. I'm gonna head in here first. Okay. Now in here, this looks like loot, but it's not. It's just a piece of statue. You can get spotted from that patrolling guard outside easily. And also here. There's a healing potion. 2 stacks of copper coins here. There's a line that goes through the banner. Let's see. I have to sneak along here. So this is where you can see down to that dead guy with the arrow. This is a raided place where there's a bunch of dead people. Here's a thief with a purse, spice bag, 3 gold coin stacks, and a water arrow. room you have food. This is a junk, fake piece of loot, basically. You can move this and take a gold nugget. And then here, behind here, it's difficult to see, but there is a rope arrow back here. And then there's also a stack of copper coins. 3822 is what we're supposed to have, yes. Now we're coming up on my favorite thing in the mission. It's just so easy, or so simple, but so ingenious. Oh, this whole area is just fantastic. These like stacking balconies here, just brilliant. This is locked. You can pick some of these, but I'm not going to. Go into this one right here. It's an abandoned, run-down apartment building. The caretakers need a key to get in there. Now this is just brilliant. It sounds like somebody is close by, right? That somebody's getting closer. But it's not. It sounds like somebody is right around the corner here. So it's probably just an invisible character, because it actually moves. The sounds are fading or going closer and farther away. You can hear that. Brilliant. So I was, every single step I took up here, I was leaning the first time I played, and I was ready to... But it goes slower than a normal person, so it sounds ominous. So I think it's right in this hallway here, by these skulls. Go in here, there's a healing potion. That takes you out to the next level, basically. This is the door into the main foyer, essentially, or the reception area. Okay, in here, is there any loot? I thought there was loot in here. Yeah. A stack of silver coins back here. Total 38, 34. Also a broadhead arrow in the wall here. Wait, actually. I think we can...
Who's there?
They can see you.
Hello? Oh, well.
Yeah, I think now we can drop down to the balcony to get into the reception area without needing to. Yeah, without needing to pick the lock on that door. Here's 2 candlesticks, 39, 34. Affordable housing in the Cyric style. So over here, you can take the... This garden here is actually neutral. It just gives you a verbal remark if you get close by. Of course, he'll react if you shoot something or use an arrow. But he has 3 broadheads. If you want to get all pickpockets, you can do that. I would go from the left here. And then there's 2 arrows in this dead thief. And then there are actually some more archers up top. Now that's technically an inaccessible area, and they don't have any pickpockets, but you can get up there. I might show you that. You can also go in here, and there's a weird drawing of some sort here of Not sure what it's supposed to be, but... This is the door that we don't want to pick. So readable. Heard you bragging about leaving the castle to go pick a fight. You reckon these soldiers aren't tough? You didn't even have the guts to go into that creepy poorhouse across the street. Go tonight and I'll give you a week's pay. Maybe you get into a scuffle. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone then.
Can't believe the damn coffee road is broken. These fancy gadgets around here. I can't get
See, I don't think there is anything else
I forgot the kind of change. These problems.
in this area besides their 2 candlesticks really to worry about.
Supposed to be. I would say.
Let's continue up. This is the landlord's. This we have to pick open. There's no balcony access to that room. Bunch of papers, but nothing to read really. Here is a caretaker door. That we're going to need. Also a gold vase. Only worth 10. 39.44. Ninth one I'm on it. This is the 4th complaint I've received about the caretaker. Now that the evacuation's been announced, there isn't time to launch an inquiry. Damn, I should have dealt with this a month ago. Now I'll have to do it myself. And that caretaker key we can actually return. So that we're going to do... Actually, let's do that. Let's go get the stuff in the caretakers right away. This was open, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that is open. Yeah. See, this doesn't disappear. It doesn't disappear because I think it works on 2 doors. Yeah. Balcony and this, so we're gonna have to return that key. Here's a secret. Includes a caretaker's key. Oh, and by the way, there is a water arrow that is stuck in solid brush apparently underneath this staircase. So you can't get to that, but there is a water arrow there. Oh no, here. Open this. We get down to some kind of a keeper's tomb. This disappears, so we can't lock this, we can't return that key. Okay, so here are, is it 3 broaded arrows? I think so. So it seems like somebody has opened up the trap mechanism and taken out some of the arrows that's been there. It's quite an ominous room, but you can actually walk right out. There's a coin pair as well. Oh, and you can, from this door open, we'll go in there in a second. This is just a room that is basically empty. There's nothing here except for a readable. Instructions received from second keeper Theseus. Chapel abandoned. Oh yeah, these doors automatically close. In here, you have a medallion. That's really the only reason we came down here. 4,064. And there's a readable. Garrett, your skills remain impressive, but unsurprising. We recommend you remain vigilant around Captain Ricardo. We suspect him of serious impropriety. His soldiers have been observed killing innocent people. Okay, I'll be careful. So we need to go back then and close that door. Close that. This one was locked. No, closed. But unlocked. And this one we need to lock. That was open. There we go. Okay, let's see. Where are we going now? Let's actually head... These doors actually lead into the same place. Some kind of secret tower. Blocked off. There's an artifact here, and then there's a bone in the ceiling. A sword with some blood on it. Wait. Oh. Something that I opened, right? I should have to close, I'd imagine. There. Some apples. Moss arrow here. Can get spotted, so be careful. Or apples. A healing fruit. This is one balcony. We're going to take the other one. Here's a readable. On the provenance and genus of the purple edible, an olericultural or promological inquiry, review copy. This is a great readable, by the way. In all the annals of horticultural study, there is no debate so contentious or unusual as that of the taxonomic category to which the consumable violet spheroid belongs. It is a wonder this debate has raged so long, given that there are at least 3 canonical labels for this object, namely the official healing fruit, the colloquial fruit, and the idiomatic perpturd. Despite this clear assignment to the field of pomology, the question remains as to what sort of fruit it truly is. A popular school of thought contends that it is an eggplant, technically a fruit, whereas the passionate opposition maintains that the item is in fact a plum. One particularly outspoken and tireless intellectual has confabulated an entire mythology for the foodstuff with an undying fervor. He purports, on the basis of tenuous and anecdotal evidence, at best, that the fruit is actually an overlarge grape or a bulbous grape vine. Excuse me. His arguments range from wine exists, without proof that said beverage had been produced from said fruit, to they are too large to be eggplants or plums, ignoring all that other known grapes are smaller still. One anecdote about this idiosyncratic theory is worth repeating here. At one point, his reasoning contra the plum camp was predicated on an alleged non-existence of fruit-bearing trees in the city, provoking the obvious rebuttal that apples were commonplace. At one point, this thinker claimed that, since he had never seen any fruit trees, ex hypothesi, all fruit must be imported from elsewhere. To this, one wry critic noted that, since he had likely never observed a moment of human copulation either, all people must also be imported from elsewhere. While the endless tirade of scholarly opinion is likely to persist secularum, one wonders why these bickering academics do not simply taste the damn thing. Nevertheless, the author anticipates that his thesis will be compelling should it be followed the whole way through, or if you like, ab ovo usque ad mela. End introduction. Fantastic stuff. And here is a fire arrow. And some dripping red stuff. Okay. Then I think we are done, actually, in the affordable housing. And we're now coming up on the most difficult part of the street, or the city. That I'm sure he heard. He just stopped, which means that he doesn't give a first alert. When patrollers temporarily stop their patrol, they will not give first alerts during their route or during their stay there. Go. Let's give it a real save. Let's head in here, shall we? This place can actually be a little bit difficult. There's a lot of marble. There's a thief that comes through here, and he is carrying a gold candlestick. We want to take that first. This area here is pretty dark, so this we can use, this area going forward. There. I don't think that counts as a pickpocket, actually.
I shouldn't even be here. My eyes must be playing.
Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. Your eyes are pretty good. Goblet, a bottle of wine. There's also 3 coin pairs here. There's a flash bomb and there's a rope arrow as well. And a cheese. Let's see. Stay here. This room is good to stay in. Here's a moss arrow. And a readable. 9th Ostermonth. Ostermonth? I don't care how trendy this low-rent, peasant-riddled quarters is supposed to be now. Living in a glorified hole in the wall isn't worth the tax cut it comes with. At least the place has a bearable decor now. Those overbreeding cretins they sent away wouldn't know a wainscot from a beadboard. Silver bowl is worth something, and then there is a secret here. Oh.
What the hell is going on?
I thought it was a little further back. Two spice bags in there.
Lucky tonight. Once I get out of work here.
Can get back here. Wait for him to leave again. Silver bowl then worth 10, and then 2 spice bags, they're worth 40 each.
Yeah.
He will hear this door close if he's too close. Let's see. Didn't get any alerts there, okay. Good. I don't think that all those outside can see you through some of those windows, because even though they're transparent,
Look there.
they're solid, right? It's different if you have a door with open slats in the top, then they can see through the whole door. But if you have a window that actually has glass in it, the enemies don't always have the ability to see through those. Like this window, obviously, but like the window in the distance there. I don't think they actually can see through that window. So that's where you have a leg up on the enemies, kind of. So now we're actually on the south side again. This is the main door. We don't need to go there. Oh, I thought there was something up here, but I guess there's not. This is the room there's something in, okay. This is the front door key. We don't need that. We have a gold goblet, 43.74. Room in here. And here's a gold vase on the floor, total 44.74. So this is then the window that we saw from the other side when we were up in the beginning with the archers. So this views down to Old Town Square right here. It's nice when missions loop around and you can see areas that you've seen into earlier. This can't be read. That's really all there is in here. Those 2 pieces of loot. Now we're gonna have to jump up where those guards are, and that can be tough.
Thought I saw.
When they have their side to you, they'll see you when you move fast. So we don't want that.
Oh, my shift's supposed to be over by now.
What?
But what we can do, we can go out on the sill and actually hide around the corner.
Oh, my shift's supposed to be over by now. He probably forgot to come and change. He's probably still sleeping. I never do. Only supposed to be on duty. Always does.
I think we're fairly safe here. We can do... we can do that when he is a little bit further away. I don't think the thief will see us here either. We're slightly hidden here. Get a proper foothold there. Oh, come on. There, as soon as you get up here, you're dark. Okay, then we can move a little bit further. This is the front door then that we didn't take. Now, up there's a stonemason. We don't have a way to enter that area yet. Now that lantern guard has a purse that we need, but it can be quite difficult because he lights up quite a bit of area around him. So let's see if we can sneak over in a little bit. This is not good because that guy stays up there. Now is when we would have gone. Right now to pick it up.
Someday I'm not going to be a guard anymore.
Okay, so we need to head into this building here. Now this is the stonemason, but there's a building attached to the stonemasons up above here. This is a pottery shop that you actually can't enter. So we've now cleaned all of the rooftop apartments in this area. But we now have to head west. You can only get into the industrial area a little bit. This is poor timing. You can also see a guard that walks up on that roof. You can get up there, but there's nothing of interest there really. There we go. We got no alerts.
No, I saw.
Yeah, we can't do that. Good time. Those guards down there don't see us this far away. I think this is a good time to go, actually.
Rocks are nice.
What is that smell?
Definitely great.
It smells like...
And I think we can avoid that lantern guard there too at this time. I just wanted to check it before I actually did it.
My shift's supposed to be open by now.
Here's a moss arrow.
I forgot to come and change.
Closed on account of the crisis. And in here, there's a scroll. S. Yaren reckons the guards at Rear Barbican are gonna renegotiate once the crisis is over. We might want to keep the payments up. I just saw some do-good soldier run crayons through. Bad omen. We want to go up here, actually. And if we go up this far, then we won't. So she illuminates a lot. There. There's no way they saw us there. Okay, so now we're in the apartments above the stonemasons. The only thing of interest in here is a stack of gold coins under the table. And we can head upstairs. There's a purple vase. And here's also a gold candlestick. Can't read this, but there is another secret switch underneath here. Open it's this up here, we have to be a little careful, actually. For that reason, there's a mine that's armed. There's also a water arrow, and there is a moss arrow. And there are some plants growing and a couple of corpses. So what we need is a purse up here. A purse is worth 43 of all values. And that's it. So we're actually going to come up on the first loot item that we have to skip for Supreme here. It's not going to be the only one, but it's the first one, I think. Set up or show you this area. In here, there is it a mechanist? And she alerts to this opening.
Who's making that noise?
She also does a scripted hunt maneuver. So that it's possible to get in here for Ghost, but not for Supreme.
Okay, enough tapping with me.
And there are 2 stacks of
You
copper
just
coins
wait,
here.
I'll find you.
Two stacks of copper coins here. And there's actually a flash bomb in this bucket right here as well. There's nothing you can read or do in here, but it's just a machine room of some sort. So those 10 gold there you have to skip for Supreme. I want to minimize Supreme busts in this mission. So this is actually the stonemason's apartment above, I believe. I think it is. Because here is the key to the stonemasons. Here's a fire poker as well. There's a water arrow in this bucket. Gold goblet in this one. We're gonna head down to his actual store. Ashlar taken from the third wall, $7.95. And here is a silver nugget, $48.47. This is a boulder taken from the second wall, and $7.30. And this is a cobble taken from the first wall, $6.81. Okay. Nothing else except for the main entrance then. I don't want to take that key unnecessarily, so I'm going to head back out through the window. That can also be a little bit tricky. So what we want to do here, we want to shoot an arrow back in there, because you can't really drop down consistently. See. There we go. I think this will be good. Okay. We can do that, I know. There. If we land on the edge like that, you can do it. We can head back here. Nice. Okay, so now we're headed into the industrial area then, in the northwest. And here is seemingly a hammerite facility that has been abandoned or ruined. I thought that there was a way to get in here to begin with, but there's not. So this is really all there is to it. Here is a place you can get into. There were 2 stacks of coins up here. 2 gold coin stacks that you can get. And then there's also some more stuff in here. Spice bag, 49.37. Bunch of powder kegs. You can open this too if you want to. It's a slow fall potion and a readable. Here's my ultimatum, Krantz. Help us with the job tonight. You're welcome back at home turf. Go out freelancing again, you're out of the First Wallers Guild for good. I'd expect insubordination from thieves working for city dandies in their fancy mansions, not thugs who cut their teeth grafting when the town was at its poorest. Prove to me they haven't gentrified you too, S. So this is known as Krantz Hideout. Okay, let's see. We're gonna have to head down here now. That's a little bit difficult. I'm gonna show you also, you have the armory right here. Just go in here and see. Flash bomb. This is, I believe, a broadhead arrow. And in here there is a healing potion. That's all there is in this place, and there's no reason to get nearer in here. You can, it's not that difficult, you just have to time everybody. But we need to get down here. Now, this is then the way to the City Hall. The City Hall courtyard is over there. We have to time some guards here, too. Do that, it's not that difficult. Actually, I'm gonna make a real save here instead. These are just readables, I believe, that we've seen. Yep. A dead body here. That door you can't get into. Okay. So this is then the main entrance to the City Hall. There are 2 doors down there. And you can sneak down there and go in through that. You can also sneak in through that open window. These 2 guards that are out on the front, wobbling back and forth, they are not stationary. They go back inside, both of them. These 2 guards are supposed to be talking to each other. They at least make gestures, claiming that they do. But they won't actually give first alerts, which means that you can enter through that window. I don't think you would have been able to if not. This stationary archer right here, he has arrows that you can take, and the door behind him is pickable. You obviously can't go in there without at least triggering a first alert. Not sure why this other guard here doesn't go. That guard there should, yeah, there we go. Should go back inside. Okay, what else do we have here? We have a moss arrow on this side. But I don't think there's anything else to worry about. detail here. Now, I am actually not going to take any of those entrances into the City Hall. Now, I'll try to explain. There is an office. Ricardo's office is in the on the 3rd floor. It's actually... it is over here. And this room here is the only place to enter that room from inside the building. And there is a guard there. There is a camera there. You can dodge the camera pretty easily. But there are also 2 torches. You're going to have to douse at least one of those torches. So you have to take a first alert. You also... so yeah, you have to douse the torch and take a first alert from him. When you get inside, you also have to shut off a light right here, because there's another guard on this side. You have to do it twice, actually, because he turns it back on the first time. And the second time it stays off. So that's the way we can get in for Supreme, taking those 3 or 4 busts there. And then we can leave through a window on this side. Now, I want to enter through that window so that I don't have to remove any of those light sources. We're still going to end up taking 1 first alert from that guard, but we don't have to take any more than that. So that's going to be our goal right now. And that window is this window right here. Doesn't look like it can open, but it can. So we want to get up to that window at this time. And that I haven't found a way of doing here because there's no rope arrow attachments. So we're going to have to go back. Actually, go back to this. And that we can do here. We're dark, pretty much all the way up that rope here. I'm gonna save it here, hoping that I'll be okay. I'm gonna have to jump up here now, mantle, and also grab this rope. See if we can do that. There we go. So we are sort of out of bounds here because there's no sound. But this is the way you can get up to the other guards on this side. See one there, there's one that patrols on that side, and then the 2 on the castle walls. But they don't have any pickpockets, and there's nothing of value to really get here. So those are some weird objects that highlight up here. So the way to get to that window is to go around this building. So this is perfectly legal for Supreme. You can't, like, go through walls and stuff, but you can use this area as long as it has geometry, you're fine. Okay, now we want to mantle in through that window without taking damage. Go. This building here has a green vase. Statue and a readable. 13th one a month. Damned if I'm falling for this ruse. Captain of the rear gatehouse reports there's been almost no reduction in merchants' passage in the past 2 months. If it wasn't for this blasted panic, trade would be proceeding unimpeded. I have no interest in surrendering my estate to marauders or saboteurs, whatever this fiasco turns out to be. Okay, now around on this end, there's actually a flash bomb right here. But we have to go the other way. And in these there's one broadhead arrow in each. And in here, we can get an artifact. Also get a diamond from the chandelier. I don't think we get caught here.
I have to take things in my own way, and I have to do them as best I can without...
Who goes there?
So what I was afraid of here was that the lowered frame rate will make it difficult for me to be able to do this, but I'll try.
I will have to be a little bit more...
Who is there?
I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out with some kind of certitude.
Okay. We can stay here, hidden. Now we want to take his vault key first.
I have to take things in my own way, and I have to do them as best I can without any help or depending on anyone for any...
Make a save here. That vault key can't be returned, and we definitely need it to get a mandatory objective. This next set of moves here are going to be a little bit tough. We want to go into his office. We want to get his journal, which is an objective. That actually is going to find out why Navenvolk was evacuated. And it's going to get a new objective too. And there's also a blue vase that we want to take. And we want to do that only triggering a first alert from the guard that's in there. He's a little bit farther away, so he won't...
kind of input.
He won't see us.
I don't feel that this is the way in...
Who is there?
So I can probably do this by jumping, actually.
I will have to be a little...
Who goes there?
I don't want to get caught by him.
I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out.
So he might not see us fully there.
I will have to be
this might take some tries here.
strict with my orders so that they're clear and I will have to be a little...
I might be able to do it just by strafing instead.
I will have to be a little...
This is going to take some tries, I can tell you that. He hears me when I walk on just the tapping on the
I will
floor.
have to be a little bit...
Who goes there?
I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out with some kind of...
Who goes?
Okay, I have to be quicker, which is difficult.
I will have to be a little... I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear.
Who goes there?
I don't know how he hears that, because I don't make any tapping
I
noise.
will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out with...
Yeah, he heard that.
I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out with some kind of certitude.
Who goes there?
I don't think I can do this, to be honest with you.
I will have to be a little bit more...
Because he doesn't take too long before he turns around.
I will have to be a little bit more...
Over there. I think something moved.
Hold there!
I'm going to have to go back and be a little bit quicker on the first move.
I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out with some kind of certitude.
Who goes there?
I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out with some kind of... I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out with some kind of certitude.
He can't second alert there, of course, because then we bust Ghost too.
I have to be a little bit more strict with my orders. I hold them. I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders. I hold there.
Don't know what he is alerting to, because I don't make any noise
I
there.
will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can...
Who goes there? Who said that?
Now both of them see me too, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to experiment a little bit with this guy, so I'll be right back and see if I can mix.
Strict with my orders so that they're clear and people...
Okay, so I've switched to a different computer now. And the frame rate should be much better.
Can carry them out with some
So
kind
we should
of
hopefully be able to do it now. Let's see. Let's try it again.
I will have to be a little bit more strict with my orders so that they're clear and people can carry them out with some kind of certitude.
There we go.
I can't take this anymore. This is absolutely ridiculous. Every time I turn around, there's incompetence.
So now we gave a settling remark. So we did it there with only one first alert from
I
that
can't do it all by
guard.
myself.
Let's go ahead and read that journal then real quick. Fourth one I'm on it. Preliminary progress report. Initial operation successful. Appropriation of upper class assets underway. More commoners and freemen remain than expected. Vagabond deaths advantageous. Freeholder deaths unfortunate. The fortification neighboring City Hall remains occupied and heavily guarded. Benefits of liquidation under consideration. Pagan casualties less likely to be recognized than natives when dressed as enemy combatants. Lowly appearance also more likely to provoke contempt. As expected, many of the blackguards infesting this region came out of the woodwork. Should be similarly useful as bodies. Search for compromising material in City Hall begun. Imperative to have the upper hand should the nobility learn the truth. Best not to assume Wretchen destroyed our correspondence. "15th 1 month, 3:22 p.m. Treacherous bastards. Not 2 days in and matters are complicated by duplicity. 5:40 p.m. Things are unsalvageable. Wretchen's letter could be used as protection against scapegoating by City Council. We'll have to consider further contingencies and retribution. He was naive to leave it on site, given his contemptible deceit. 8:58 p.m. Must ensure we destroy all strategic and logistic records to prevent similar vulnerabilities. Once this charade is complete. Should presume City Council will also attempt to requisition our secure documents." So it seems here that Ricardo's admitting at least that all of this egress or this evacuation is just a charade in order to raid the nobility and perhaps also find important documents at City Hall, which is why they've taken fortifications up there.
I don't feel that this is the way anything...
And now we get a new objective. Conspiracy and betrayal. The High Reeve's letter would be more useful in your possession. Find it. So that's the one that we now have to be directed to find, but we checked off this objective. We also took that blue vase, total 5222. There's one more readable in there.
Who goes there?
That I just want to read. 3 p.m. 15th 1 month. Document search report. Hall of records. Nothing pertinent to current circumstances. Treasury main vault. No documents at all. Portcullis locked. Key rendered for your use. Until we regain access to the security office, vault security will have to remain disabled. Alderman offices. Some personal materials may be compromising at your discretion. Security office. Useful data on City Hall itself. Ancillary libraries. Almost all legal documentation. Deemed irrelevant. Nothing definitive. Advise we move to investigating office safes and personal lockboxes. So I think this is... Ricardo has sent somebody to look for documents that might incriminate them in what they have done. Because there's probably somebody that have not agreed with their way of doing things, and they don't want them to rat them out, basically. I think that's where story is taking this.
Show yourself. Who said that?
This is not the way.
Let's make a real save then, and then we can actually leave this place.
This is not the way this place
So
should
now
be
we can
run.
leave. Now there are 2 more pieces of loot in there that we have to skip. But I'll show you those from the inside a little bit later. You have to take more Supreme buffs, basically. To get them. They're worth 250 total. So that's a total of 260 so far that we have to skip for Supreme. So yeah, I have noticed that over time, as I've ghosted, I learned it I think through Ghosting Thief 2, that frame rate unfortunately is a deciding factor in some specific moves, especially when moving fast across tile. Here's a bottle of wine and a plate, total 52.82. Yep. And then we can actually move down this side. There's another very important reason why we're up here, because we can enter the other window here and get into the 3rd floor without having to use the main entrance and everything. Because this is actually a room that you cannot get to any other way but in through this window. And in here are a bunch of backwards facing masks. There's 7 in total. $56.32. And then you have a bunch of small people here, and some kind of a weird shrine, and a gold candlestick. $56.82. Okay. Now, we can't close this from the inside here. So do we need to return here? I don't think we do. Let me see. Let me check something first. No, because you can't get up here, that's right. No, you can you? No, you can't. Okay, well then it's an easy decision. Because we have to escape, and I was thinking maybe it's easier to escape through this. Let's see. So now we're basically emerging on the 3rd floor right here. So this is the area that we entered now. We have just been in this area so far. This isn't an auto map, so...
I heard that.
Let's see. Head this way. 2 goblets. And then there are 2 rope arrows, I think. No, 2 broadhead arrows and a rope arrow here.
Jordan.
Oh, come on. I'm a little bit unsure of some of the patrol routes here. You can look down to floor 2 from here. Now we get into the bar. Goblets, 4 bottles, 6,032. think there is a statue. Yep, up here. 6,047. And then there's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottles of wine here. I went a little bit quickly through the bar because there are 2 patrollers that come in there. Yep. Okay. Now in here, there is a healing potion behind the door. And this one has a water arrow. But there is a lever right here. Opens this, and here's a gold goblet. And a loaf, and a readable. 11th Wana month. Seems like the city council isn't staying either. I'll have to let Simone know about the opportunity. I'm sure I can still sabotage the vault defenses if I have to. 4th. Or 14th, Captain Ricardo stationed the whole damn army here. Soldiers are piling up loot in the council chambers, but I don't recognize any of it. Stuff I would have marked, vases of a kind I've never seen at City Hall. I don't think it's from the vault, but then I haven't actually seen what's in it. What are they doing? 15th, managed to lock the security office from inside without detection. The main vault security is still disabled, but they're going to tear the office door off if they have to. If the boys are going to do it, they'd better bloody do it tonight. I'm sick of this damn crawl space. That rat hole in the first wall is downright spacious compared to this. So loot that isn't recognized as belonging in the city hall, that probably means that they have taken it from nobility and brought it here. Here, some food. 64.22. We want to head here. So this is the bar area. We've now covered the storage room. We're going to head into the Hall of Records now that was mentioned by the guy in the readable. Here's a statue. Okay. Down here, there's one guy that patrols. He has a purse. There's also one that doesn't patrol that stays over there. And there's a speed potion on the desk over there. Glasses up here. Purse. Do that, you can do this. Get a candlestick there. Here we are more or less safe. So we took a gold candlestick worth 50 and the purse was worth 100. Glasses were also worth 100.
Jordan, that you?
I think that was the stationary guy down there. Okay. Now we're into the area around the council chamber. It's a walkway above. Whoa.
No. I think it's true at all what they said.
Fairly dark area, which is good.
It was true. And I just believed him like a taffet. They're probably laughing at me now.
Hi, Reeve, Wretched. So here we have the room then.
What is that smell?
That gives us entrance to Ricardo's office. Or Ricardo's taken over Wretched's office. So here's a guard, 2 gas lamps, and a camera. So you have to douse at least 1 lamp here. So I will make a real save and show you guys how this is done.
Hello? Someone there?
He gives a scripted response.
Didn't that just get replaced this morning? Who's there?
So we can actually go over here instead and do it from here. I think that's better.
I heard something.
That's the way to do it. Let me show you.
Someone making noise? Didn't that just get replaced this morning?
Oh, so sometimes he doesn't follow through on that script. That's right.
Come out, you! There's an intruder here!
But if he does, then you have the chance to go in here.
Hello? Show yourself.
Don't like that clang. Let's see.
Didn't that just get replaced this morning? Come out, you! Hey! What are you?
Don't know why he doesn't actually complete the script, because he's supposed to. So, okay, you can do that. I'm not going to mess too much more with this, because we can't do it for Supreme. So let's just put out both of them. Now he did it.
Hey! Leave!
And now he hears me. Okay. You can mantle. If you mantle up that lamp,
Who's there? Hello?
then it'll work. There. There. Now we're fully on it. If you time it correctly, then you can get away when he turns back and when the camera swings that way. And now the lights are left on. Now we come in from the back. Now the point is that you have to douse a torch again and take another alert to leave. So instead of doing that, here you can now get a necklace worth 200.
Dun, 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 dun.
That we are not able to get for Supreme.
As best I can without any help or depending on anyone for any kind of input.
And then there's a trophy worth 50. Now, to escape then, in the best Supremeable way, would be to turn off this light.
This is not the way this place should be run.
This isn't right.
And then he will alert to that. That is not a hunt maneuver, it's a scripted maneuver. He will go turn off the light. But then if you turn it off again,
carry them
he
out
won't care a
with
second
some
time.
kind of certitude.
So then you can go out that way and get the objective and all that. But you have to take quite a few busts there for Supreme if you want to go this route, plus you have to leave this light off. You can't turn it back on and leave again safely.
This is not...
So there you have it. So we're not going to do any of that stuff. Instead we're going to go down here. I'm going to take a purse. Wait, didn't mean to do that. And over here there's a purse. So I think we can drop onto that chair here. Taking damage. There's a green base. Three stacks of gold coins in these. And then there are 6 broadhead arrows in these, on these 2 archers. Two gold gold plates here, and a blue base here. 73.67. So now we drop down from the council chamber to floor 2. So we're now here. We now head into the theater. There's one piece of loot I want to grab here first.
Did that shadow move?
Difficult to anticipate where the guards are because they sometimes go between floor 1 and 2. There are glasses here. Here. 2 goblets and 3 bottles of wine. This is above the theater. I think there's a guard coming here. Grab this statue. Now we're above the main hall. We walked over to this area. You can drop down to the main hall. There's lots of wood. You can... I don't think you can climb up. I'm not sure. Over here, there's a coin and a purse. Can't stand those noises. Mantling clanging. That is frustrating at best. There. So we got a coin, and we've got a purse. Let's see.
You know, it's true at all. It's
Head up here. This is actually the way up to 3rd floor again.
just don't like the
I'm not going to go this way. This is the window that we saw from the outside. This is labor and menial staff. This is sort of the servant section. This is the pickable door that led in from behind the archer. But this area is completely empty otherwise. Storage room is a slow fall potion. In the bedroom you have some apples. In this you have a healing potion. And then some very clever stuff that I didn't find first. This one is visible. Pair of dice. But if you rope up here, there's more loot here. Very smart. 2 bags of red spice. Total 78.47.
Not again.
Oh, I could have been faster there.
Is that you?
Oh, did not see him. He's not coming in here. No, he's not. So now we're going to head and cover the southeast part of floor 2, and then finally head down to floor 1. Floor 1 is the hardest. Or, yeah, one part of that floor is tough.
Was something just there?
I think they can see through those pillars, that's the problem.
Someone making noise?
Okay, you're going that way, that's good. In here, should be a candlestick, and then we got 4 plates here. One more plate here. 3 more candlesticks and 4 plates. We can head in here. $82.97 is what we're supposed to have now. And then we are in the restroom. So we're now in the southeastern part of floor 2, and here we can drop to floor 1. It's not the method we're going to use, but we can at least go down here for now. Come out in the security office, actually, on floor 1. And here's the statue. There's another one of those weird paintings. And here's the security room key that works on this door. Here is the vault security, and that is broken. It said that it was permanently shut down. This is for high Reeve security. This controls the camera outside his entrance. You don't need to do that, of course. So I just went down for the loot, which maybe you can take from the outside too, I'm not sure. And this rope we have to pick up again. Come on. Okay. Then we might have to shoot another one.
What is that smell? It smells like old meat. What the? That can't be me.
Yeah.
Washed a few days ago.
No. Come on. Now we have 3, right? Yeah. I think we're actually pretty safe here. Let's make a real save, and we can head down. Here, I think we're safe. Didn't know where that archer was. There's an archer that goes up and down from the bottom floor, and he was right there.
All right.
What's there?
Not sure where somebody saw me, but I think it was up on the 2nd floor. Grab this statue. There is a water arrow there and a moss arrow here. This is the exit doors. Can't take those, they're not operational, but that's what it says. This way to the egress. This is High Reeve and Alderman chambers. Otherwise empty room besides loot. 2 gold vases, and then there is a hidden switch that opens the floor panel. 2 bottles of wine, 2 more bags of spice, and then a readable. This ought to prove that Relber is a reputable source. Just don't let Bedstrol know about it. Sodding do-gooder in Navenvolk. Ha! Nice looking room.
See something there?
Well, I saw you, if that's what you're referring to. Now we have to head down, and that can be a little bit difficult. You saw the archer there has arrows, by the way. Let's actually make another real save here. See if we can find an opening here to go down.
I heard that, you.
Okay, we can't do it now because there's 2 down there. But what we can do...
You gave yourself away that time.
No, I think I tried that last time to hide in the staircase on the left-hand side, because it is dark there, but some enemies keep bumping into you, and that doesn't really seem right, does it? It's not like you're nudging them, but they are almost nudging you. But this is the best place to stay and scope it out. So yeah, he's got pickpockets if you want that. Let's just monitor the situation a little bit.
Something there.
Oh, we could totally do it there.
Strange noises.
If I can just not tap my legs so much. There we go. Good. That opened up a lot easier than I thought. So we now walk down this staircase, so we just have the western part left, basically. This is the entrance to the security room. Whichever Taffer locked the key in here is going to pay for the drill. So we went in there from the other side. And here is a little shrine. Now this is another loot piece that we have to skip for Supreme because it's a light source. Unfortunately you can't take those, so that's worth 50. We can't take the necklace here, worth 200. Total 8907. Alderman offices. Let's go in there. Okay. So here, the vault key, well, that was on Ricardo, and the security key was in the security room already. Here's a notice. We've received another complaint about the lack of safety railing. Does anyone have any idea how we're supposed to explain that? If we had the funds left to install safety rails, we'd spend it on infrastructure first. I don't want a repeat of the nightmare we had when we explained that City Hall was intended to revitalize the borough. Okay, so here's a stationary guard. And here's a paper tray and another paper tray over here. Total 8957. Can't read any of this stuff here. There's a third one, 8982. Let's see. Can't go out here. Like that. Go back in there. Here's a fruit and a healing fruit and some other normal fruit.
Not again.
Okay, maybe it isn't smart to go that way, actually. No, I think it's better to go this way. So now we're headed into the theater.
Strange noises.
Oh. Here's a blue vase, 2 goblets, and a stack of gold coins. 9115. Let's wait for this guy to leave. Over there is a stack of little goblets. Now, underneath one of them is a pair of coins, but it's very difficult to put them back where you're supposed to do. So I'm going to take it without moving the goblets because I know it's there. There, it's underneath the bottom left one. Okay. Now up above here, there are 2 spice bags, very cleverly hidden there. Total 9215. sleeping guard here. There's a guard up above that can't see you. In these, you have a gas arrow, a flash bomb, 5 broadheads, and a rope arrow. In these 4 footlockers. But there's nothing else of interest in here, so we don't really have to go in here. So we have to go through this room now.
Singing in the morning and waking you
Actually, we might not need to.
Singing at night looking for girl birds.
I don't think
to
we
out
will.
with. Just don't hear them no more.
Show you what's in there anyway. We saw the healing fruit already. Or no, that's not this area. There is a
Someone make noise.
moss arrow in there, just an empty bottle. I think it's better if we use the offices here instead. There. Okay. So we're basically done here. Except for we have a little statue here. 9230. And that is actually max for Supreme. We've skipped 310 so far. And I'll go over those that we skipped later on. And we're not going to get any more loot for that mode. Let's see. We're gonna leave that open right now because we're gonna head back this way. But the vault security was turned off permanently, remember? Now we have checked off the objective of breaking into the vault. And here is Wretchen's letter. Alderman Bedstrel, you tell me our decision plays on your conscience somewhat. Look around, I say. These southern districts have been in dire need of restoration for years. What has the idle nobility contributed? Their share of taxation has dwindled to a useless pittance. Certainly we also benefited from this, but no aristocrat I know has dedicated their life to public service. Had I the mandate, I'd pillage their estates personally, and without this shameful pretense. Even if word gets out, I'm sure the common folk will side with us. I have no qualms about my involvement. Besides, we have Captain Ricardo. If he is willing to play a false hero and pretend to resolve this crisis, he has no right to complain if he ends up having to serve as a scapegoat. High Reeve Wretchen. So that basically tells you the plan here. So the High Reeve, which is a high-ranking position in City Hall, a political figure, has decided to basically do some kind of an uproar, but with a in a different manner. He has decided to put on a show of needing to have everyone evacuated from the city and then take over and take the majority of the wealth of the nobility, basically. And he feels, at least, that he is justified doing so because the nobility hasn't contributed to the city or its income, as is outlined here. You know, whether he's justified in doing so is another thing, but that's at least his justification. And he has brought in Ricardo to sort of serve as a form of protection in the city. Ricardo has decided to stay behind, I guess. And then he might actually end up being blamed for all of this. I'm not sure. So now we actually only have to return to the hovel that we started in. But here is a little side entrance that we can take. Or side exit, I should say. Here's a rope arrow. This is actually an area that was blocked that I don't think I showed you. But here's a readable. I could give half a toss about the soldiers smelling smoke. I care about never having to smell charcoal shit again. Okay. So now we're actually seeing that we can go further here. Here's a ring. By the way, sorry, my mistake. This wasn't the last piece of loot. And there's actually one more piece of loot that we can get. But I will show you, forgot about that. There's a ring here. We get to an area here, another toilet that we can climb up. Let's see, I don't think that this... Wait. Is there a switch here that I haven't found? Because this door here seems like it will be able to open, and I have a feeling I know where that leads to. But I don't think there is a switch. Anyway, here is then a thief. And we have a gold vase, or sorry, a green vase, 9380, and a readable. Once your team's grabbed everything, start filling in the tunnel. I don't want a direct path between home turf and City Hall open any longer than it has to be. The smell isn't that big a deterrent. S. Okay. So here is where our path ends, as far as I know, for Supreme. Because...
What?
He will hear that door open. And that... I don't want, because I don't want any additional Supreme busts. I want to keep Supreme busts to bare minimum in every playthrough, and that's what I'm going to do here. But I'm going to show you what leads further here, and I'm going to do that with as few Supreme busts as I can. I was just a little bit unsure, because I think this probably leads to Krant's hideout. This leads to the west. No, that probably wouldn't, would it? I'm not sure.
Huh? What was that?
So if we take that Supreme bust there, let me show you. This is now the pottery store, which is basically this door here. So this is where we've emerged in the city right now. And all of these vases here are just junk. But here we have a stack of gold coins. Worth 25. 2 plates, worth 10 each. So you can actually, you can go through and have this shut behind you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it as if I would do it in a normal. So you can do that. Here we can reach it. It blocks me, but I have been able to do that. Okay, can't do it now, but I have definitely done that. I've been able to get through and have that shut behind me because there's no switch on the other side here. So now we get into a thief's hideout. This is a cold storage. There's nothing of interest in there, except there is actually a goblin on top of this little ledge. One of the very last pieces that I found that 9440. So here is controller.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to follow him out to get out of here, Supreme Clean. Have to get through this area slowly so we don't get a first alert from that guy over there. There's two of them. In the fireplace here is a fire arrow, by the way. Down here. Here's a goblet. And here we're going to take another first alert. If you want to get into this room, you don't have to.
Who's making that noise?
You get a first alert from her. There's a skull and a goblet. There is a necklace and a green vase, and there's a couple of readables. 12:37 a.m. on the 16th. Unbelievable. Months of planning, tunneling, bribing workers, paying Gilpin's expenses. I was expecting the payoff from the vault to more than cover costs. What do we find? Some old-fashioned vases and a medallion or two. Should have known. They must have emptied the treasury to furnish City Hall. We'd have made out better if we just raided it. Maybe we still can. See how tough Ricardo's boys really are. Ledger, 4th month, 8:35. Ostermonat. 2,342. First wall, cash pit, half. Or 1 out of 2. 734, Burring Burrick. Liquidation provided for Jarlt includes sewer access, face door installation. 461, so these are expenses then. Gilpin, initial expenses for infiltration. 153, rear gatehouse, kickback. 1,491, bakery, spice dissemination, C.O. Relber. 320, miscellaneous larceny. 272, Bain and medical. 2,785, first wall, cash pit, 2 out of 2. 1,852, storefront, legitimate sales. 697, public works, compensation for demolition, travel rights. Total 7,942. Also have a switch here. We can take a purse under there. And then we can close this. Let's wait for that guy to come past again. So on the table there are some carrots, but there's nothing else of value down here. So everything that I took after I came into the pottery store has to be skipped for Supreme, and that's a total of 400 loot. So that's 710 total that we have to skip for that month, or for that mode. Down here, sewer access is on the table so long as the public works guy stays bought. As soon as that changes, I'm bolting this shut. S. Okay. So here, this takes us back to the hideout that is just above our starting location. So this is how you get out, basically. And you can close this fairly easily for Supreme from this side. So that's how I would normally get out. But I'm not going to do that because that incurs extra Supreme busts. So we are basically going to go back here. And we just have to go home. So let's see. This one Yeah, it was there already. Because we started with 3. So we're gonna go back. Let's see if we can do that. Now I can't monitor things from down here, so it's a little bit more difficult. We might have to be a little bit lucky here. This is pretty lucky.
What was that,
Quit
you
making
think?
noise. I think I heard something.
What's that? Who goes?
Oh, okay, here he comes, okay.
Strange noise.
Why can't I get up here? My gosh. Steps are too big, basically what it is.
Huh?
Yeah, I can't get up here. Well, that is annoying. Well, it's probably actually better for us. To go up this way. Indeed, that was a much, much better choice. Okay, can we take the other door?
And say something.
Oh, he heard the door. And there's the other guy. Well, this is how we do it. We gotta find a way to leave here.
Huh? What?
Did that shadow?
Oh my gosh, I'm...
Who goes there? Hey! Yeah!
Let's see. So it seems like they used one door to go out here and one door to come back in.
See that there?
Or maybe he uses that door to go out too. Let's see. Seems like it. So luckily these two other guys out here don't first alert. So they will only react if they would trigger to something that would be a second alert, essentially.
Notice there's never any birds around anymore. Used to be birds.
Singing in the morning and wake you up. Singing at night looking for girl birds to meet up with. Just don't hear them no more. Kinda sad.
Okay. Now we're on our way. Just check some things here. 9380. Yep. Can't drop any of those, so we're good there.
Jordan, that you? What's that?
Okay, let's wait. So, I really like this mission. I think it's got a combination of very good, but different design city-wise. And then it's got a main building with a clear purpose to what you're doing. I like the fact that you have sort of a semi-abandoned city. Makes for a very interesting design, I think. I do not like to take damage there. Okay, then we can't do that. There we go. And then he saw me. Want to try to get this playthrough to only one first alert.
What's there? Who's there?
We have to... have to wait again.
Hey,
This is the more difficult area in town. Top streets here.
Nice. Well, blue rocks are the best. And better than brown rocks. Definitely great. Don't see many blue rocks around. You know, rocks don't take slack on the job, you know. Rocks don't take your best boots. Get them all muddy.
Dun, 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 ba-dum.
Just wanted to make sure that they didn't actually alert there. There. Now we should be good. Okay. So, That was a failed Supreme run, but it was a successful Ghost run. And Perfect Thief is possible in this mission, so if you want to go for that, be my guest. So we took 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 4 seconds. We got 9380 loot out of 10,090. So we skipped 710 worth of valuables. The first items we skipped actually were quite a bit into the playthrough. It was, I think it was 2 stacks of copper coins. But where was that? Let me see. Yeah. In the apartment next to the stonemasons in the loft with the thief there, when we opened the vent shaft, she alerted. So that was 10. We skipped 250 gold, didn't we, in the High Reeve office. We did take 1 Supreme bust, 1 first alert from that guard in that office. But you have to take a lot more bust if you want to come from the intended entrance to get those pieces of loot. So I needed to skip that. That was 250 more. Then we skipped 1 gold candlestick. That was a light source outside the security office on the first floor of City Hall. And then we skipped 400 more loot in the thief's hideout when you get past the vault in the pottery store and below. Because the guarding thief there gave us a first alert when we opened the door to get into the store. So that's the justification for this playthrough. We picked 4 pockets. We, out of 14, we picked 3 locks. No backstabs or knockouts. No damage taken or dealt. No healing taken. Nothing and nobody killed. No iron base destroyed or disabled. And there's no secrets for this mission. So there we have it. Nice mission overall. I really enjoy it. And I'm really looking forward to DirkBogan's other mission, Ascend the Dim Valley. That won't be my next playthrough, though. I think I will do Heist Society next, I believe. Though I haven't 100% decided, but I believe that's going to be my next mission. The second mission of Asylum. Since I played Hidden Agenda, I'm going to play Heist Society as well. So, look forward to your comments. Thank you for your support as always. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.